Welcome along to what is supposed to be an interesting and one of the most unique Grand Prix as we welcome you to the 2005 United States Grand Prix here at the legendary Indianapolis Motor Speedway, where we are going to play host to one of the biggest events in the 05 Formula 1 season on the Speed Channel. This will be an interesting race. All 20 cars are onto this wet track here at Indy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights ablaze, Indianapolis. Lights out, and it's go here in Indianapolis. Good stop for Fernando Alonso. He leads out of Kimi Räikkönen. And there's Rubens Barrichello, Michael Schumacher, Jenson Button, Giancarlo Fisichella, and the Kumasato. But Alonso in the Renault leads here in Indianapolis. Alonso, he's way ahead of the rest of the pack. And now Alonso screamed out of one straight. The track limits warning for Takuma Sato, the Japanese driver for VAR. But right now Alonso gets away well, and he is ahead of his rival Kimi Räikkönen. And then we can see Juan Pablo Montoya, David Coulthard, and there's Nick Heidfeld, Mark Webber, Yano Trulli, and the rest of the drivers. You got more Coulthard. There's Jack Villeneuve. In the Sauber. He's side by side, also side by side. You can see as he gets past Fisichella, so too does Jenson Button. And then Takuma Sato, currently 8th right now. Fisichella gets right past Villeneuve, but then there's Felipe Massa. Sato up to 9th. What a massive start in Indianapolis. Look at Barrichello out in front. We got problems. Safety car flight dash for Klein and Juan Pablo Montoya. And one of the McLarens are out of the race, as well as a Red Bull. It's game over for Juan Pablo Montoya and Christian Klein. They are out of the United States Grand Prix in 2005. That was ugly. That was massive. And that was an absolutely horrifying crash. A big crash for Montoya, and that leaves us Räikkönen in this race. We are green, Indianapolis. Now, Alonso gets away. He's ahead of Rubens Barrichello, Räikkönen, and Button. Well, far behind, but then we got troubleless Michael Schumacher, the reigning world champion, the biggest champion of the world. Michael Schumacher is in the wall, and Jenson Button is out of this Grand Prix. The 7-time world champion Michael Schumacher, arguably the greatest in Formula 1 history, is now in the wall. He's got damage to his front wing, and that is a terrible disaster for Ferrari and Germany's Michael Schumacher. Alonso still leads this Grand Prix, but what about Schumacher's teammate Rubens Barrichello? He'll follow right behind him. There's Alonso's teammate Giancarlo Fisichella, and behind him behind Massa, is Jenson Button's teammate Takuma Sato. What a day it's been for BAR. They qualified extraordinarily well. As a mid-pack team, you would expect them to at least be out of the points, so let's say 11th and 12th. But no, they've qualified really well, but unfortunately Button's out of the race. Heartbreak for Jenson Button. He is out. Here's a look at the replay with Michael Schumacher. What a disaster. There's Jenson Button into the wall, smoke coming out of the back of that VAR car. And what a disaster it's been, certainly for Michael Schumacher. Yeah, you just have to feel absolutely sorry for him, because, it's been a bad break. It's been a rough year for the old Michael Schumacher. 3 cars are already out of the United States Grand Prix here at Indianapolis. Button, Klein, and Montoya. They are out of this Grand Prix. We've now gone from rain to sunshine. The track is dry. Everybody's on dry Michelin tires. And we are about to go green with Rubens Barrichello from Brazil, who leads them to green now on lap number 9. Barrichello is ahead of Jacques Villeneuve, and Raikkonen Alonso and Kumas out of the top 5. Look at Schumacher, already trying to make the news. There's Christian Alvarez. He slams into the back of one of the Jordans. The Magnini is right ahead of Schumacher, but not for long because, of course, Michael Schumacher is going to be fighting for position to get back at the points. Because leading us so many times from the legendary Michael Schumacher yells again. That's Heifeld, adding Yano Truly in the Toyota. That's the BMW Williams, I think. Yeah, that is Heifeld in the wall along with Donald Truly. A terrible disaster. Look at Alonso screaming past Kimi Raikkonen. And he needs to get past Villeneuve, come out of that straight, I reckon. Yes, indeed he will. He is through. We can yells again. That's the other Renault. That is Mark Webber and Giancarlo Fisichella. The track is blocked. But we go back to green. And that is a terrible disaster. Well, the track is cleared, so we're green again. But that was indeed Fisichella making contact, I believe, with that BMW Williams. Mark Webber or Nick Heifeld. I believe that was Heifeld, actually. Here's David Coulthard. Coulthard is now up to bed. Not for long. Through goes Japan's Takuma Sato. What a move here by Sato. Able to get past Coulthard. Coulthard comes right back at him. The Scottish driver against the Japanese legend. Here comes Sato. Sato gets right back at him. Takuma Sato looking for an interesting position here for BAR. This will be fascinating for Takuma Sato as he's up to the top 5. What a start! Alonso is chasing down Raikkonen with just 3 laps to go here in Indianapolis. The 2 title rivals, Kimi Raikkonen from Finland and Fernando Alonso from Spain. Collision! Alonso's tapped and he's colliding with Kimi Raikkonen. Raikkonen is out of the race. Can you believe that? The title rivals collide. Fernando Alonso crashes into the side of Kimi Raikkonen. He is out of the race. And that is a massive crash. Rubens Barrichello still leads with 3 laps to go. Another safety car. And it's a red flag. There's actually a red flag. Unbelievable. Go! It's time to go green once again after that massive red flag. Everybody's on clean, fresh tires now. Barrichello trying to stay in there. Fernando Alonso. Alonso to the inside. Barrichello outside. Who's gonna happen out of the next straightaway? It looks like it might be Alonso. And judging by the mirrors, it is Alonso, and it definitely is Fernando Alonso. He leads the Indianapolis Grand Prix, but with that time penalty, he has to be 5 seconds clear of Rubens Barrichello in order to win this Grand Prix. Look at Schumacher. Schumacher up to 10, and he's battling for the points. And Michael Schumacher is gaining ground. That's on with Kimi Barrichello 3 wide. That was almost 3 abreast between the Sauber drivers. I believe David Coulthard. That was Coulthard. Coulthard now up to 4th. What a move from David Coulthard and Red Bull. Felipe Massa's got past Takuma Sato right now. What a massive move from him. They all come down to one straight. Contact made. Coulthard and Villeneuve. Villeneuve collides with David Coulthard. And Coulthard is now at the 6th. Here comes Mark Webber. Webber to the outside. He switches now, and he gets right through. No, not quite. He's still on the outside of David Coulthard. Webber to the turn. Here's Sato. Right behind Felipe Massa. And Alonso still leads, but again with that time penalty, he's got to be 5 seconds clear of maybe the top 5 or the top 4. The final lap starts here in Indianapolis. Sato behind the pack. And then there's Schumacher. Schumacher to 8th. Collision. Villeneuve. And Truly's out of this race. Virtual safety car. The cautions come out. It is a brief caution because we can't have the safety car red flag. We're going to have to finish this under green. It'll be a brief yellow flag. Then we'll get back to green. If Truly can just get out of the racing line and go down towards an open area of the track, we'll be all clear. And will that help actually? Fernando Alonso. We're back on the green. And Alonso out in front of Barrichello, right behind Massa, Sato, Villeneuve, Coulthard, Webber, Schumacher, and then there's Ralph Schumacher, and the rest of the other Jordans. But here we come, Fernando Alonso out of the final corner, and coming to the straightaway, prepare to kiss the brakes, possibly Fernando Alonso. No, it'll be Rubens Barrichello. Rubens Barrichello wins the Indianapolis Grand Prix. And guess what, Rubens? You get to kiss the bricks of Indianapolis. And Ferrari are back on top. Felipe Massa, second place. Takuma Sato comes on the podium for PAR. Rubens Barrichello is a Brazilian 1-2 as Barrichello wins. Felipe Massa second. Takuma Sato on the podium for PAR. When have we said that before? I don't really remember. But oh man, what a Grand Prix. This was a pleasure to see here in 2005. And what a huge victory as well for Rubens Barrichello. An unexpected victory. Usually we would see Michael Schumacher take the win, but no. Today it was Rubens Barrichello who took victory, and boy did he do just that. That was incredible. So Rubens Barrichello wins from Felipe Massa to Takuma Sato. Alonso will come on 4th. Jacques Villeneuve will complete the top 5. And the two Schumachers, Michael and Ralph. Michael is 8th, Ralph is 9th, and points for Jordan. What a 2005 United States Grand Prix!